Hey, what's going on, Nostalgists? Welcome back to another video here on the Nostalgia Factor. And this, guys, is going to be a very different collection video where I'm going to show you guys a few pieces of my Final Fantasy collection that I've gotten in for some new merchandise. But I'm also going to be showing off the start of a new collection for some vintage Pokemon merchandise that I'm going to be showing here at the end of the video. This shouldn't really be a long one. But yeah, I'm going to still be continuing with the Final Fantasy collection, collecting merchandise from 7 and various other games in the series that I love, but I've also started branching off into collecting Pokemon merchandise. I love the Pokemon franchise. I'm a big fan of the video games, the manga, and quite frankly, there are millions of Pokemon fans out there. But I've been inspired to go out and start up a new fresh collection with some vintage Pokemon merchandise. I'm specifically looking for stuff like figures and whatnot from like the late 90s, early 2000s era to start off, but I got the first piece of it in today, so I'm going to be showing you guys that in detail, as well as some of the other pieces that I've picked up here for the collection. Without any further ado, guys, let's show off some Final Fantasy, Star Ocean, and some vintage Pokemon merchandise that I've picked up for my collection. So the first thing I want to show here, guys, is a piece I got off of eBay for Star Ocean: The Second Story. I didn't know this, but I've mentioned this game here and there on the channel. I picked up a few odds and ends pieces of merch. But back in 1998, when the original Star Ocean: Second Story came out on the PS1, they released a number of these cards over in Japan to kind of symbolize a few things from the game. Sometimes you have character cards or private action cards like this one here, which depicts a moment from the game in one of the opening villages there with Claude, Reina, and Priestess, I believe her name is. But there's a lot of these cards out there from Japan. I love the art on this one. I love that old school like manga art style they went with, so I ended up picking this one up. It's in really good condition. These things aren't really rare or anything like that, but they're becoming more and more uncommon, and you can find these things reasonably priced per card on eBay if you're interested in any of them, if you're a big Star Ocean fan. I didn't know that this existed, but this is a really cool piece. Love the art on it. This is a cool little addition. Another cool little piece I picked up here, guys, is the Final Fantasy VII Remake pre-order bonus. This is a Shinra Company ID card. You guys can see we have the actual metal case there, not really anything inside of it. But this is actually a replica Shinra employee ID card from the game. I believe this was a pre-order bonus when you bought the game on PS4, and this was just something I randomly picked up on eBay for like 15, 20 bucks. Nothing too crazy, but this is pretty cool. I love the design of it. Shinra is an obviously iconic part of 7, and it's cool to have a little piece of Shinra memorabilia with an actual replica ID card. Nothing too crazy on this one, but it's definitely a cool piece of Final Fantasy VII memorabilia, and especially from Remake. So this is just a pretty cool little addition, thought I'd chuck it in. This here, guys, is one of the newer additions to the collection with this Tifa Lockhart figure from the original Final Fantasy VII. I finally finished the Extra Knights line from Final Fantasy VII. I've shown you guys pretty much every figure I've had up to this point, but this Tifa one was the last one I needed to locate. This is in good shape. It's still sealed and together. This is the last one I needed. I picked up for a decent price, once again, off of eBay. This is just a really cool addition to the collection. Really enjoyed this one. And yeah, now I officially have a complete Final Fantasy VII Extra Knights line. And this is one of the cooler figures. Tifa's an iconic character from the game, and you even have a little frog there, or a toad from the game. So, this is a cool little piece. Glad to have this last Extra Knights figure. Transition up here, guys. These are two sets that I honestly didn't expect to pick up until I found them in a bundle lot for like 30 bucks on eBay, which is actually a pretty good price. We have the Final Fantasy VII, or Final Fantasy Creatures line in general. This was a line that Square Enix came out with back in the early 2000s. I believe these came out in 2003. And they basically took a lot of iconic creatures or monsters from the Final Fantasy series and put them together. And you guys can see we have a mishmash of characters from different games. If we look at this bundle set, we have Diamond Weapon from Final Fantasy VII and one of Seymour's forms from Final Fantasy X, both really cool and in good shape. Same case over here, we have Yunalesca from Final Fantasy X, and then we also have the Cerberus summoned from Final Fantasy VIII. So we have some pretty iconic characters here. Some of them are actual characters like Seymour and Yunalesca. Others are just monsters and creatures like Diamond Weapon, and we have Cerberus, which is an iconic summon. These are pretty cool sets. There's more of these I might try and go for in the future. These are just really nice lines of sets to have if you're a fan of a particular game. I honestly picked these up because they're characters in here from games like 7 and 10 that I really like. 8's kind of middle of the road for me, but these are just really cool figure sets to have. Definitely recommend keep an eye on these if you're interested. And this here is the latest addition to the collection and a start of a new collection I'm doing outside of the Final Fantasy stuff. This is a Mewtwo coin bank, originally released back in 1999, around when Pokemon was, well, starting up to be the iconic franchise we know it today. This particular line, which there's a lot of merch out there for Pokemon, even the early stuff, they released a series of coin banks that if you took out of the box and you set it up, you could just do that, put your coins inside of your favorite and most iconic Pokemon. Because they have a number of other banks here from this line: Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu, Meowth, and Mewtwo. I saw this Mewtwo one listed. It was the only bank one I saw at the time, but this was just a really cool one here. They have a little description of Mewtwo on the back. Box is in decent shape for what it is, but given the fact that, you know, this is a rare piece of merch, and the fact that it's so old, it's obviously going to have a little bit of wear due to transport and everything else. But this is just a really cool little piece of memorabilia from Pokemon. Absolutely love this, and this will be the start of a new collection I'm doing with Pokemon merch. This is just really cool. I absolutely love this. Mewtwo is the most iconic Pokemon, I think, out of the line of them, outside of maybe Pikachu. But this is pretty cool. Absolutely love this, and I look forward to showing you guys more Pokemon merch I get in the future. And that's it for this one, guys. Definitely had some mixed merchandise this time around to show you guys. It wasn't just Final Fantasy stuff, but we had the Star Ocean piece and then the start of a new collection for Pokemon merch. That was really what I wanted to do for this video. Show you guys off some more stuff that I got for the collection, like I've been cataloging in these videos, but also announcing future collection videos will have more Pokemon merchandise included, because I am starting to branch off in collecting Pokemon merchandise right now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you guys like any of the merch that you saw in the comment section down below. If you guys collect Final Fantasy merch, maybe Pokemon, you know, Star Ocean by some chance, but let me know your awesome gaming collections in the comments or cool pieces that you're looking out for. I'd love to talk with fellow collectors about that kind of thing. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy it, give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to catch future videos like this one. The next one will be the Ghost Squad Wii review, and then we will kind of go from there with all the other videos we do here, such as game reviews, collection pickups, gaming retrospectives with the World of series currently going with obscure gaming pieces of technology as well as accessories. Keep an eye out for all that content if you choose to subscribe, which I hope you do, and enjoy your stay. With that in mind, guys, thank you once again for checking this out. Until next time, this has been Ryan from The Nostalgia Factor saying, keep on gaming.